We begin tonight with several nurses suing Sinai Grace Hospital, demanding more than $25 million each. Good evening to you and welcome to 7 Action News at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Dave LEWALLEN. They say they should not have been fired for blowing the whistle on the hospital's dangerous staffing levels during the coronavirus surge in April.
7 investigator Heather CATALLO joins us live right now with their allegations. Heather?
Well, these nurses described just absolutely terrible conditions inside the hospital. They say those low staffing levels resulted in dozens of patient deaths. And I do want to warn you, some of the images in this story are disturbing.
We basically were told to leave because we refuse to accept unsafe staffing, unsafe patient load.
25 patients to one nurse.
Back in April, nurses walked off the job at Sinai Grace Hospital to protest unsafe staffing levels during the height of the coronavirus surge. And after these disturbing images of bodies stacked up inside the hospital made headlines everywhere, several nurses say they were unfairly terminated by Tenet Healthcare, which owns the hospital.
None of these nurses had anything to do with taking that photograph. And in fact, when Tenet fired them, Tenet knew that they didn't take the photograph.
Now, attorney Jim RASOR has filed a whistleblower lawsuit on behalf of those nurses who all describe horrific scenes inside Sinai Grace, including ventilator tubes disconnecting and patients suffocating.
Come to find out that his ventilator tubing that was connected to the tube had come disconnected, and we were so short-staffed, nobody realized it. Horrified, it still sticks with me to this day. I will always remember him. I will always remember him because that man should have never died.
Nurse Sal Hadwan also says they were ordered not to perform CPR on patients.
ER doctors all got a memo from their administration saying not to perform CPR on any patient who was suspected of COVID-19. They didn't have to be confirmed, just anybody suspected. So that would include mostly all the patients that were coming in. People died that shouldn't have died.
A hospital spokesman would not comment on the lawsuit, but did release this statement about staff terminations after the photographs of bodies were released. It says, quote, "Our ethics hotline received complaints that employees had taken inappropriate photos of deceased patients at Sinai Grace Hospital and shared them with other employees. We conducted a comprehensive investigation and took appropriate action based on employee admissions of violations of our patients' right to privacy." All of these nurses say they never shared those photos.
They were fired because they spoke out to state and local and federal officials about the unethical conduct, the law breaking, and the deaths that were occurring needlessly at the hospital.
Now, some of these nurses say they had to work for 25 hours straight during the height of the surge. They were absolutely devastated when they were fired. They're also devastated that they couldn't do more to help more patients. Reporting live, I'm Heather CATALLO, 7 Action News.
More to come, I'm sure, on this, Heather. Thank you for your report tonight. Carolyn?